from Dow. It's been a really great experience so far. Today there was storms in the morning, but we're not going to let that dampen the whole week. And I'm just really blessed to be here and be here with Lakareber.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to play with Georgia. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but I got in yesterday morning and we played a couple holes, and I'm just really excited to get to, you don't get to play as a team and with friends very often, so I'm very excited to get the chance to play with her.
And if you could each just talk a little bit about the friendship that you both have, if you have any experience playing together in the past, anything like that.
Well, we've played in the same tournaments, but actually never in the same group, as God would have it. So this week is just a really nice time to catch up and really see how far we've come over the past 5-6 years as professional golfers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like Georgia said, we've never gotten to actually play in a group together. So competing together is definitely icing on the cake, and getting to experience this with friends is really cool.
And how do you think both your games will complement each other? How you'll support each other out there this week?
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm really excited. I mean, we played a couple holes yesterday, and it's really fun to see Georgia's hitting it really well. She's hitting a lot of fairways, hitting a lot of greens. So I'm not going to say it's going to be a stress-free week, but it'll be a fun week, and it's nice to have someone you can count on, rely on, and bounce ideas off of for sure.
Well, for me, I think my short game especially is in a really good place. And yeah, I feel very comfortable with the approaches into the green now. I guess the most comfortable I felt for the past few years. And Lakareber is really strong off the tee, so I think it just works well together.
And coming to Midland, Michigan, what have you noticed most already about this tournament? There's a strong local interest in this event, a lot of support from Dow. Just talk a little bit about the things you might have noticed already, even it just being Tuesday at the Dow Championship.
All the temporary structures and just the general setup, everything seems so well organized, and I'm just so grateful that I'm able to compete this week and be here in Midland.
Yeah, I think for me, just, I got here yesterday and seeing how involved and how much Dow supports Midland and how much they do for the town. I'm staying with Karen Carter this week, so it's really cool to just talk to her and see everything that they've done and everything Dow does to support the people that live here. And, I think this event and supporting women's golf, Dow's just done an incredible job.
And then I'll have two more questions from me, and then I'll open it up here. Just talk a little bit, too, as well about the John Shippen and playing in those events and what kind of opportunity those events provide to players.
Well, I guess now we can both say we're John Shippen winners. It's the past few years, it's been a great experience, I think, for both of us to be able to compete and earn an LPGA exemption. Mm-hmm. And also being able to play on LPGA host venue courses, and just the experience we're gaining with these few events to propel us to the next step of our careers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think John Shippen, Summerwoods, everyone that helps run the event, Intersport, they've just done a very good job of creating opportunities for women that look like us to get a taste of what it feels like to play on the LPGA and to play on LPGA courses. I think, being out here is one thing, but if you don't experience it, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what it takes to be out here. So I think everything they've done to just give us a taste of it has helped everyone.
And last question from me, just as you are a sponsor invite team, and some media might not know too much about you, what would you want people to know about you? Any fun things, any messaging that you really stick with, just as we get to know you both a little bit more?
I guess for me, you might see on my shirt here, Philippians 4:13, which is a Bible verse that means I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And it's just, for me, a reminder of my faith in Jesus Christ, and that ultimately all the glory goes to him, and I'm just a golfer, and I'm just using this as a way to share my faith.
I think for me, this week is really special. So my dad worked for Dow for 20, 30 years, I think. So I've always remembered him being I have to go to Midland, I have to go to Midland. But I'd never really been, so I'm very excited to just see what he was up to up here and then get to experience it and be with a lot of people that he's worked with as well.
And is he going to be here this week?
I don't know. He might have to work.
That does seem right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll open it up here if there's any questions.
I got it.
Jeremy.
Georgia, I'll do a kind of a two-parter. Georgia first. So you're almost becoming a Michigan resident this summer, winning the John Shippen at Blythefield and then playing in Meyer. So talk about those two events and how the experience winning the John Shippen there and playing in Meyer is preparing you for this week.
Well, after winning the John Shippen, that was a lot of excitement and definitely took a few days to like process everything. And then going into the Mire, at least being comfortable with the golf course, having played there the past few years, it was great. And I really loved the environment that the event was in with such a big backing from the community and all that Mire does in Grand Rapids. And then coming this week and seeing Midland, a very small town, and just seeing such a wonderful golf course and all the residents really rooting for us for this Dow Championship. It's been great, and I'm just excited for this weekend.
And look, I'll ask a similar question. So you won in 2022 and got an exemption into Founders. So talk about how the same type of question, winning that in 2022 and making your LPGA Tour debut. What was that experience? And then fast forwarding to this year with also being on Team Dow, that'll be the next question. But talk about that experience first, making your LPGA Tour debut in 2022 after winning John Shippen.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it was, like Georgia said, very exciting, kind of a whirlwind experience. But I think just having the opportunity to play against the best players of the world and kind of measure your game, it kind of like helps you figure out what it takes, and it gives you motivation to kind of keep working and work harder and try to get there. So I think I was just very grateful for the opportunity, and I think to this day I really cherish it.
And then second part, you said that your dad worked for Dow for years and years. You are a part of Team Dow. You got the Dow logo. So talk about what it's meant to you to be a part of Team Dow and how Dow has helped you this year, kind of help propel your career this year.
Yeah, I think, well, first when I found out, it was pretty special. They called me and they're just like, oh, hey, we want you to kind of talk to these people. And I didn't really know what was going on. And then they're like, oh, well, like, we'd like you to be part of Team Dow. And I was like, this is really cool. I've grown up in a town where everybody worked for Dow. So it's always been in my life. So it's kind of been a full circle moment. And then just the support from everyone there. I mean, they've done so much to make sure we have places to practice, make sure we have access to the things we need. And it really takes a lot of the stress of preparing off of you. And you kind of just get to play golf. And that's not something that I think we're always so lucky to get to experience. So I think this year has just been, I've gotten to be a little bit more selfish in my preparation, and it's been really nice.
And then last one from me, since this is a team event, so there's different formats each day. What is going to be y'all's strategy going into Thursday, because it is a team event and not necessarily an individual event this week?
Well, I guess I can speak to that. I think, well, for me, I'm just trying to keep it simple, hit fairways, hit greens, and make a couple putts. I think we're both pretty strong off the tee, and we haven't fully decided who's teeing off what holes, but I think either way will be solid. So excited for this week.
Yeah, I think, as long as we have fun, don't take it too seriously and don't be too hard on ourselves. I mean, it's just golf, so good things will happen, bad things will happen. You just move forward. It's fine.
Awesome. Anything else from the media center here? All right, thank you both. Have the best of time this week.
Thank you.
All right.
We're good?
All good. Thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you.
So great to meet you guys.
Yes.